Good, happy Friday morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, man pleads not guilty by reason of insanity in Manchester officers' shootings. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Oh, you don't look so hot. Rough night? Ugh.
Oh, well, actually that's the problem. You're on antibiotics. Antibiotics can kill the good bacteria as well as the bad, and that's bad news for your tummy, unless you use Floristore. Unlike many other probiotics, it's naturally resistant to antibiotics and protects the good bacteria in your body. So, take some Floristore. Doctors, well, my orders. Be biotic, and drink plenty of fluids.
Officers Ryan Hardy and Matthew O'Connor sat in court as the man prosecutors say shot them in 2016 went before a judge.
At the time that you committed these two attempted murders, were you suffering from some sort of mental disease or defect?
Yes.
Ian McPherson pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity today and will be sent to the secure psychiatric unit of the state prison for a minimum of 5 years. He will then be reevaluated, but could potentially be there for life. It was in May of 2016 that prosecutors say McPherson robbed the gas station. The next night, Officer Hardy stopped McPherson for questioning.
He reached into his trench coat around his waistline and instantly pulled out a semi-automatic pistol. He raised it up to Officer Hardy's face and he pulled the trigger.
Hardy was shot in the face, neck, and back. About a half hour later, Officer O'Connor was shot in the leg. McPherson was eventually arrested, and during his first interview said he knew nothing about police officers being shot and claimed he didn't own a gun. Prosecutors say his second interview was much different.
The defendant claimed that somebody else was making his mouth move. He kept talking about somebody he referred to as a boss who was using software to sabotage us.
It's a really bad mixture. Delusional, paranoid thinking, and a .40 caliber handgun. It's a very sad case.
Both officers Hardy and O'Connor have returned to duty, but they had no comment after today's court hearing.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Person struck by vehicle in Boston's Back Bay neighborhood. Police said a pedestrian was struck by some kind of vehicle late Thursday night on Massachusetts Avenue in Newbury Street. It was not immediately clear how badly the victim was hurt or if the person in the vehicle remained at the scene. The intersection is among the most dangerous in Boston, with another pedestrian accident occurring just a few weeks ago. Maine man accused of providing deadly dose of fentanyl tea. A man from Waterville is accused of giving a deadly dose of fentanyl tea to a man who died in his home. Sean Rancourt, 33, was held on $100,000 bail. He was arrested Tuesday. Police said Kevin Herbert, 35, died in December in Waterville. He was found in his bathroom with a syringe in his waste basket. Police say they reviewed text messages and determined Rancourt supplied Herbert the drugs. Rancourt was just released from prison in October after more than 3 years. He and Herbert were both convicted of stealing copper from a home in Waterville in 2014. U.S. stock funds snuffer record outflows of $23.9 billion. U.S. stocks funds saw a record $23.9 billion withdrawn by investors in the last week, according to new data, as the turmoil in global stock market saw trade shun equalities in favor of provide safe havens. Senate votes to end government shutdown. House votes next. Let's take a listen to this video from ABC News.
With the Chase mobile app, Michaela the Prince could pay practically anyone at any bank, all while performing a grand jeté between two grand pianos. She could, in a commercial. In real life, she uses it to pay her sister from her couch for that sweater she stained.
What sweater?
Life lived Michaela's way. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Reserving the right to object. I ran for office because I was very critical of President Obama's trillion-dollar deficits. Now we have Republicans hand in hand with Democrats offering us trillion-dollar deficits. I can't, in all good honesty and all good faith, just look the other way because my party is now complicit in the deficits. But really, who's to blame? Both parties. We have a 700-page bill that no one has read that was printed at midnight. No one will read this bill, nothing will be reformed, the waste will continue, and government will keep taking your money irresponsibly and adding to a $20 trillion debt.
Okay, there's a look at the video and things. The Senate passed a sweeping budget deal in early hours of Friday morning, but not before the government technically ran out of money at midnight Thursday, triggering the second shutdown in less than a month. The Senate, which began voting at 1:30 a.m. Friday, approved a deal 71-28. This shutdown could be just hours long and cause minimal disruption if the House follows suit, and later Friday morning also passes the 2-year package, which includes funding to keep the government running through March 23rd. And the House is in the middle of voting right now. I'll show you that video and things.
App to pay practically anyone at any bank, all while performing the grandest grand jeté. She could, but in real life, she pays her sister for that sweater she stained.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
Okay, as you see there, they are in the middle of voting to try to stop this government shutdown. That does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.